following presentation is brought to you by the Worldwide Exemplification of Freemasonry Project and was made possible by the research behind the building series of Uncommon Masonic Education books, videos, blogs, and workshops. Knowing the history of the word then, and its meanings as it shifted in time, it was clear that the investigator and discoverer was so excited by what he had found that he implemented a festive occasion to nurture, give thanks, and share his discovery. Today we call such events celebrations, and more succinctly, debuts. Further investigation exposes significant information. The Iliad's text reveals the sacrificed hecatomb was not a total burnt offering, or what is now known today as a holocaust. It was a sacrifice, or rather a large-scale offering, where only portions of the animals were burnt. The remaining portions were roasted and eaten by participants. What's more, this significant offering lasted all day long with song, drink, and further celebration in tow. When applying all this information back upon the offered Masonic allegory, it can no longer be looked upon superficially. Masons doing so might easily conclude that the offering was physical and the livestock was indeed slaughtered for offering. However, examining all evidence and the metaphorical interconnections, assuring that all of them support each other to maintain continuity, something wondrous and exciting is revealed that supports the very nature and core of Masonry. Masonry is about light, and Pythagoras found it. He then brought together many who wanted and needed light and created an event where light was provided. What he fed them with, though, was not a lot of bull. The nurturing was not a physical nurturing. It could not have been. The very cause of the event was discovered light. That was what was to be shared. That sharing was a significant, filling, intellectual meal that only those in attendance would and could appreciate. As Masons, we are called to improve ourselves and to do so in a manner that ultimately leaves us as instructors to others, light providers. Once cultivated, we are charged to position ourselves to nurture those wanting brothers who come to us for discovered light. We should take this Pythagorean allegory to heart at such times and provide to them nurturing feasts in such proportions and magnitude that none may go away dissatisfied. This brings me back to some of the questions that I posed early on in this presentation. The progenitors of ritual knew that men must seek light on their own. They also knew that the best way to entice men who are curious is to allude to light that is available. They also knew that men who accepted things at face value will not take steps to remove veils. Men who do not want to be independent in their search for light will foster dependency directly or indirectly upon others who offer it. The progenitors of ritual knew that superficial men lack any true desire to make themselves better. They knew that these men will go out of their way to adopt surface manners that only superficially reflect that they have become better, because to do anything deeper requires them to work upon the stone within. Such men only see rituals superficially. As a result, they will not see the rich hecatomb that is before them. They are likened to starving men bound before a well-hidden feast. They may catch a whiff of its enticing aroma, but since they cannot comprehend the richness before them, they continually seek light elsewhere, blind to what they actually need. They are wanting and remain so no matter what light they might be provided by well-intentioned brothers. They don't realize they must first change something fundamental about themselves before they can reap what Masonry has to offer them. The refusal to do what is asked, the dismissal of the work, and the propensity to be distracted by and satiated by substitutes are the very characteristics that prevent Masonry from being seen. In regards to those first three questions I initially asked, let me address them here. Why do you have to memorize all those catechisms and obligations? Memorization makes sure that the hidden Masonic code is passed down to the next generation regardless of its being understood or not. It also assures that you have an internal, viable Masonic roadmap that you can follow in your search for light, should you take the time to recognize, understand, and follow it. Why does no one have satisfying responses to ritual questions? Each man must decide what ritual means for himself and not for others. You must take the time to find your own answers, to develop what Masonry requires of you should you desire to travel, work, earn, and contribute at a master's level. Masonry is not something that someone can give to you. You must develop it for yourself. Where are all the instructions that are supposed to make you a better man? The ritual that you memorized is your Masonic roadmap. It doesn't matter what jurisdiction provides it to you. All maps point you toward only one territory. Once you understand this, you'll also come to understand that subtle differences in maps only point out different aspects of the same terrain. The work you must do to become a better man is review it. Note what work is asked of you to do, and then do this work. It's all there right before you, but you must seek it to see it. The materials used to create this presentation came from the Building series of Uncommon Masonic Education books, videos, and blogs. These materials are designed to train those who read them so they are better able to comprehend allegory and symbols used within ritual. I am author of these materials, and I take full responsibility for their content. I am a Master Mason, Lodge musician, and Masonic education provider and instructor for my 2 lodges and other lodges and research societies that invite and support my sharing. My books, Building Hiram, Building Boaz, Building Athens, Building Janus, and Building Perpins, my videos, The Coach's Coach, Building Builders Part 1 and Part 2, and my Masonic education workshops cover aspects of Masonry designed to build better builders. My materials are used to instruct Blue Lodge, Scottish Rite, and York Rite candidates in symbolic recognition, understanding, and application. You can find out more about me and my works through my website at www.coach.net.